Thank you all so much for joining this edition of Transformational Talks. My name is Gloria, and I'm here with my colleague Annabeth. We are representing Coach Transformation Academy. As you may already be familiar to you, we are a globally recognized coach training institute offering professional coach training. If you are interested in exploring this option, you're free to reach out to us right after this, and we will be glad to assist you. So today, our host is Mustafa Elhamalawi. He is a certified coach, certified mentor, 16 years in distinguished sales practice. Mustafa, I think I should salute you on this. When I was reading your profile, I was like, wow, this is going to be amazing. So without much ado, I'm not going to take much of your time. The stage is yours. Take it away. Let's hear what you have for us today.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Gloria, for the presentation. I owe too much to CTA and Dr. Harris and Franda, and I'm happy, wallahi, to give some back to CTA. And after the coaching training I took from Harris, wallahi, I changed personally. I changed mentality. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much. And today we'll talk about leadership and unleash the leadership within you. Leadership is like everything rises and fall on leadership, as John Maxwell, my friend, says. This session is very, we want everyone to participate here because this is not a usual training. We like to call it mindset training, how to mastermind, so that everyone has to, I will ask questions like a coaching session, and everyone should, or please participate. This will help that we all share the knowledge and grow all together as a leaders. Who agree with this sentence that everything rises and fall on leadership? Gloria, help me. Like if people are raising hand, let them in. I want to hear one or two at least talking.
Sure. So everyone, you can use the raise hands. Yes. If you have a question, you can drop it in the comment section or raise your hand and we will get to you.
Renua, who's now? Renua?
Hi, yes. Hello, Mustafa. Nice to
Renua.
meet you.
Hi.
Nice to see everyone else.
Thank you. Thank you.
I definitely believe that this is completely true. The leadership shapes the whole environment where everybody functions. And if you have a tolerant, strong, supportive leadership, then this is what the environment will look like. And if you have the opposite, you will also get the opposite. So definitely, I believe in that. Thank you, Mustafa.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, so next slide. Yeah, each one of us can grow as a leader. So leadership is something we can learn. Each one of you in this room has the ability to grow as a leader. What I'm going to share today with you are some principles that anyone can use to start their development on their leadership journey. This principle anyone can use, like a sales rep, like a manager, like a leadership, like a CEO. Anyone can use it. A mother can use it at their home to influence their babies or children and their husband, of course. So I know we have very little time today, only 30 to 40 minutes, but what I will share today is some principles which will help you, and fundamentals which will help you to start as a leader, to become a better leader, and to put your leg on the first step of leadership. The problem I see daily, this is a very common, that in big companies, they bring a very hardworking individual and say, okay, you are a very hard worker. Let's put you as a manager, without training them, without giving them the principles how to become a leader. And there is the issue that these people are very good, talented as sales, but they didn't learn or mentored how to become a leader, how to help people, how to be a manager and a leader. They only know sales and to work only on themselves, or even as in a team or in a group, but they didn't learn how to manage people, how to lead people. And these fundamentals we'll share today, it's not all of them. We'll only share today 2 or 3, depends on the time. And there are more than 21 laws for leadership. But these fundamentals we'll talk today will change your mindset about leadership. Who can differentiate between growth goals or growth, personal growth and personal goals? Who can talk about this? So we're asking again about the difference between growth and goals. Anyone raising hand? Yes, please.
Hi. I always find it's if you're growing the person, they can come across any problem. And if you've grown them to make their own decisions, to have some autonomy, to be confident in the process, that through kind of coaching, mentoring the individual, then those problems seem a little bit smaller and more solution focused, as opposed to people kind of coming for solutions, and really it changes the organization as a whole. Yeah,
amazing. Yes. So growth is, so people think about goals. We think about, I want to reach this position, or I want to reach this goal, achieve it. And once I achieve it, I feel, okay, I achieved this goal. But growth is a journey. Like, we are growing all of our life. As Shirley said, it's how people develop. It's how we grow. We become better. There is no end for growth, but there is an end for a goal. And leadership is a growing journey. You don't just take a position. Okay, I'm a manager now. I reached the goal. I'm the CEO. And once you reach the position, or only in the position, you reach the goal. But how about you're growing internally, growing as a person, growing as a character, and growing as a mindset? This is what we want you to think about leadership. And my first example it's a very common example. This is a case, I saw it in everywhere. Every place I go, I see this case. So Mr. B, okay, this is a very nice case. Mr. B is in HR, or Mrs. B in HR, noticed that 3 members of Team A have resigned in the last 3 months. Sales performance declined for the team and per individual. Mr. Kia was promoted, like she started to collect. Why? What happened? So
Did we lose Mustafa, or is it from my side?
All of us.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's a connection glitch. So let's have some patience. He should be with us shortly. So whilst we wait for Mustafa, gentle reminder to
I'm
keep
back.
your videos on. Is Mustafa back with us?
I'm back. Do you see me?
Great. Please take over.
Still presenting, or presentation stopped?
Let's quickly check that.
Okay, I presented again.
Yes.
Now you see my screen? Okay. So we are talking about Miss B. There's this guy who was promoted 3 months ago, Mr. Kia. When we asked him, I don't know what happened here. Okay. Mr. 1 wanted to be promoted because he is senior than him, and Mr. 2 got a job in different company, and Mr. 3 is underperforming in the last 6 months. But the question I want to ask you, what do you think had really happened? I want people to think, what really happened here? I'll give some hints. When Miss B, Ghenwa, give me a second. I'll give you a hint now. When Miss B in HR asked more, Mr. Kia, she heard him saying, I have no time to teach. I want ready individuals to work with me. I want them only to follow my instructions. I know how to make things work. No place in my team for underachievers. I don't need to share my way of work with my subordinates, they need just to follow my lead. No place for relationships and work. We are here only to work. I am their manager, so there need to be some distance between us. I cannot babysit everyone. Today is the only thing that matters. And last thing, there is nothing called work-life balance. We need only to focus on work. Yeah, Renwa, then Kevork, please.
Thank you. I think Mr. Kia came in this position with a very specific mindset of how he wants things to be and what is good or bad performance and expectations that he probably did not share with the team, or definitely he's not ready to take on any leadership role. So this is in a nutshell.
Okay, nice. Thank you, Renwa.
Yes, I would like to repeat to what Renwa mentioned exactly, and also like I don't think Mr. Kia had the right tools to be a leader, and he didn't have the right preparation. So
I like what you said, both of you, Renwa and Kevork. So leadership is taught, but no one taught him. Like no one teach him how to become a leader. Like he has this mindset that this is how his leadership is done: is people follow me or I have the position. And this is very dangerous. This is very dangerous. And actually, every word of this is a place to develop. Mr. Asli Kia, I put Kia because he know it all. Like he's Mr. Know It All, and it's just a phrase that. It's me actually, because when I was young, I thought I know it all. Like I'm the best sales manager. I'm the sales achiever. I know everyone. All these guys doesn't know anything, but I was wrong. This is my personal development journey. Like I learned to. It's not position. It's not. It's people, and leadership is about people. So, and I was thinking about this for a long time. What is leadership? Leadership is to make things happen and to achieve goals only and to get numbers. And we hear a lot of this, that I'm a leader, and like people are like a chess pieces and I place them everywhere and I just move them. What is leadership? So this is a question. Yeah, Renwa, please. Amazing. Tell me.
Sorry, it's my favorite topic, so this is why. I
love
want
it. Yeah.
I want to quote what Stephen Covey says about that. So that's something that stuck to me. It's very easy to remember. So management is doing things right, and leadership is doing the right thing.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, Stephen Covey, yani, my first ever book, it was the 7 Habits. I read like, okay, seven habits, and Stephen Covey is one of my like all way, like he's the best. He and John Maxwell. And Stephen Covey, when he talks about leadership, he say that leadership is like farming. When we go to school, there is these people, like I'm one of them as usual, is I want to memorize, go to the exam and forget everything the second day. And he was talking about this, like, this is goal orientation. Like, I want to succeed in this exam. Do you remember we talk about growth and goals? But he's saying leadership is like farming. You cannot put a plant and say, okay, you have to go to grow now. You have to be a fruit today. You cannot do that. You have to choose, like, okay, now start thinking about people. You have to choose the right plant, the right people. You have to choose the right soil and to the right ground. You have to put nutrients. You have to put water every day. You have to work hard. You cannot just sleep all day and come at the end of the season and, okay, give me fruit. It will not give you. And you have to think about weather. You have to think about environment. I have to clean the soil, to clean it from bad plants or bad anything happening. You have to protect it. You have to choose the right. Also, there is some plants that has to have another plant beside it, which make it grow better, or put away pests away of it. So this is the idea. Leadership is growing people. Is not goals only. To reach your goal, you have to grow people. You have to grow the corpse. And this is leadership. But again, give me a definition of leadership. Who can define leadership for me? Someone else than Renwa. Okay. Krista, sorry, Renwa. Thank you for participating, but I need other people. Thank you. Okay. Krista, please.
For me, leadership is service to people.
Amazing.
You cannot be a leader if you are not willing to help those people develop, because if they are shining, you as a leader will automatically shine as well.
Perfect. Thank you. Who else? Sabuhi, please. Yeah.
I look at it as you lead a ship, leadership, but also the fact that people will listen to you and put their 100% and you bring that out in them. The only way that happens is if you also become part of that feedback loop with them. So I think there's more to leadership than just saying, oh, I'm the boss and you must listen to me. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Sophia.
Yeah.
Good
afternoon, good evening, wherever we are around the world. Yes, I think a leader is somebody who encourages, guides, support individuals in helping them develop new skills and achieve their potential, and stays open-minded to learn along the way.
Yes. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you. Very, very, very informative. Thank you so much. Who else, please? Madelina, please.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, the same here. I have a vision when it comes to leadership, mostly related to inspiration, inspiring the teams, guide them through success, and mostly on the self-development side. Being with them, as you have mentioned before, leadership is about people and not about numbers. So yeah, I think we are on the same path here, I would say. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Madelina. Actually, all of you are correct. Actually, when you read about leadership and definition, if you search Google, you find like more than 760 million definition of leadership. So there is no single definition of leadership. But the best, they all share the common word, which is influence. So leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. You can see more than that. Like say, leadership is to influence a group of people to reach a goal, but it's influence. And you can influence people in a good way or in a bad way. So like Hitler is an influencer. Like he was a charismatic leadership. He was influencer. He influenced millions of people. He changed the world as we see it now. But he's influencing in the wrong ways, in the wrong way, or in the wrong direction, and with the wrong values and with the wrong principles. We need leaders to be principle leaders, as Stephen Covey say. And this is leadership, is to influence people with the right values and the right goals. And all of us can be leaders. Ask yourself, they say the most introvert person in the world can influence in their life 10,000 person. Like this is the most introvert. So see yourself, see how you influence everyone around you. You can think today, how many people I influence badly or good way. If you think only the last week or last month or last year, you find many people you influenced. So influence is very important, and you can influence people in many ways. Position is an influence, which is the first layer, or the first thing is the position. This is the 5 levels of leadership. And it starts with position. I can give someone power until now you are a leader, but people will follow you as much as your power or as much as your influence on them. And because it's like a spring, you can spring people to follow you and to go towards the direction you want. But once your influence is out or away, it will go everywhere. So influencing by position is only the first part. It gives you the access to lead people, but it is not the right way or the best way to lead them. And people who hide behind position, like I am your manager, do this because I am your boss, or this is a security issue. It's not a leadership issue. They don't feel secure. They don't feel the right that they are leaders. And it's okay to start with position, but don't use it or overuse it. I want you to think on the second level, at least on the second level, which is relationship. When I see new managers go in a position, the first thing they think about is, let's do changes. Let's change the way we work. Let's change the way we do everything. But actually, the first question a manager should ask is, how can I win the heart of people before I win the mind of people? This is the first thing. Leaders touch hearts before touching minds. I want you always to remember that. Then you go, and this, when you start touching hearts, people will give you the permission. This is why it's called permission, because, okay, now you can lead us. And then we go to production for results. And here, real results will start, because people now, okay, we trust this person, we trust her. Any person in an organization, when I see a leader, they think about 3 questions. Write them down. Does this person care about me? Does this person, he or she, will develop me, will add value to me? Does this person, can I trust this person? So can I trust them? Will this person develop me? And do this person care about me? So these questions, once they are answered are yes, now they will give you their heart. Then you can now start see the results coming, because people want to work with you. And once you reach the production, you have now to think about another way. You have to reach the 4th level of leadership, which is people development. And to develop people, ask yourself every day this question: am I passionate about my personal growth? Because if I'm not growing as a person, I cannot grow people around me. There is this law in leadership called the ceiling. The ceiling is how high you can reach. What Harris taught us is the limiting belief or limiting decisions. So if you have this limit, I'm here, you cannot make people go higher than this limit. You have to raise your ceiling so that you can raise people above you, with you. So you have always to raise your ceiling. The second question to ask yourself: are people attracted to me because I'm growing or because I have position? They are attracted to my character, to my personality, to my leadership, or to my position only? Do I have a teachable way of life? Am I willing? I'm a vulnerable person. Do people see me because I'm a strong, or I put these armors in front of me, or I'm the manager, or because I'm a role model for them and a coach for them? Do people I develop in my work are growing also, are succeeding, or only doing what I'm asking them to do? This is, once you reach to develop people, now you can see the results, because once you develop more people, they will develop more and develop more, and compounding will happen. And this is the real leadership, is to develop people. And the last layer, sorry, I talked a lot now. The last layer is level 5, which is the pinnacle, which is like Gandhi, or like Nelson Mandela. Don't ask for it. This is something you can work till you reach level 4. You can develop yourself to reach level 4 as a people development. But you will never reach pinnacle unless life push you to be a pinnacle person. This is something God gives to you. Nelson Mandela didn't ask for it. Gandhi didn't ask for it, and now he is Gandhi. Prophet Muhammad didn't ask for it, and he is the prophet. And Jesus didn't ask for it. So this is the 5 level of leadership. Before I go to the next leadership principle, I want to hear some of your reflection, please. Noshin, please.
Hi, Mustafa. It's really nice. The session is going on very nice. Interesting topic. The heart of a leader you have just mentioned, and I think this is one of the excellent book which I have read from Ken Blanchard, one of the guru of a leader. And I think that the best part, what you explaining and what he's also trying to say in his book, that conceptual skills are there, but at the same time, you have to have empathetic leadership perspective. When people are just, following the bottom line, the numbers, the gross profit margin, the empathetic perspective usually comes down. And we have seen that there are some managers where they don't value the company values, and because of their performance, organization is unable to take their decision. So there, the culture has a very negative impact. So that's the challenging thing, when it's the reality, when we are working in the organization, the people who are getting the, numbers, and they're not following the values, here it becomes extremely challenging for all of us.
Noshin, yes. Noshin, thank you. Yes. So yeah, when you only think about numbers like the production, because there is something called sorry, Madalena, give me 1 minute. There is something called boat wake. The wake of the boat, the water behind it. Like there is 2 lines, there's 2 like a balance. You have always to think about relationship. There is people who only think about relationships, and there is only or people like me. I'm a very goal-oriented person. I'm very goal-oriented, and I have all my empathy in the Gallup is in the Gallup test is number 33. So out of 34, I don't have empathy at all. I'm very goal-oriented. So every day I have to remind myself, be empathetic, think about people. So always think results and relationships. And relationships actually is very important before talking about results. Know your people, go down, go to people, sit with them, understand. How come you see a leader in a company that doesn't know what happens in their personal life? Okay, this is personal, no need to share everything, but at least they know they have a baby, or they are sick, or someone died in their family. What happened? What happened? It's not only work. It's not like from 8 to 6 or from 8 to 5. No, you have to know your people. You have to touch their heart before touching their mind. They will never know how much you know until they know how much you care about them. Madalena, please. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mustafa. I would like to add also the importance of developing the leadership, especially taking in consideration the new generation and the way how the new generation and our kids are acting, and the expectations that they are having when it comes to work. They need a lot of empathy. They need to understand the why we have to go further. Why do we have to do this task? They need a lot of clarity and transparency. And I think this is a must, because there is a huge gap between the leadership, who is focusing a lot on the first 2 steps right now, and the new generation expectations. And I speak especially on the Europe side. Probably the market, it's different based on the region, but I know that in Europe there is a very, very big problem with this. So definitely I think that the leadership should be a little bit more educated, I would say, when it comes to developing and empathy, support, communication, and all these those tasks that are extremely important for our kids right now.
Madalena, you touched a very important point. Maybe it's not today's topic, but I was talking to many managers and many leaders about choosing new generation. And because of the generation Z to 2000 and above, now they are working, they are in the industry. And this is one of the very important thing is how this new generation think. Because in my generation, I'm born 86. Okay, hard work, you have to work hard. You have to learn and you have to work hard. But the new generation, as you said, they need, again, as a farm, you need to grow, to make them grow. If people think about, okay, I'm growing in this organization, it's very rare to see people moving away from this. It's not only money. Money is part of the job, but it's not all the job. Security, the Maslow hierarchy of needs, money is the basic, and then comes security, then come people to feel like they are in a family, then come how I develop and personal development. So this is a very big topic. We can sit in another session and talk about it, but this is one of the most important and hot topics now, how to choose people, how to keep them in the company, and how to grow them, and so that they become always loyal to you. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. So this is about the 5 levels of leadership. I want you always to think about them. This is very important. And once you now start thinking, okay, it's not position is only the entry. I have to think about relationship and results together. Then I need to develop people. Now you start leading people in the right way, or in a bit way, not the right way, or a better way, at least. I'll give you now one of the key leadership or one of the topics of leadership, which is priorities. Because when you see new leaders come into organization, or once you promote a person, the first thing you say, everyone raise your hand. Do you have enough time to do everything you want to do today on your list? Most of us say, no, we don't have enough time because we need to do this thing to manage time. But actually, you cannot manage time because time is not a thing. You can manage your life. And we confuse, all of us, and I'm one of them. Sometimes you confuse working hard, working too much, and doing a lot of things with production, with results. We think about, if I did a lot of things, I'll get a lot of results, which is not true. You can do a lot of things, and I have this example. If you didn't put the pot on the fire, on the heat, it will never boil. You have to put the pot on the fire. You have to do the right thing. And if you have a lot of priorities in your life, you will never reach your goal. You have to choose your priorities. You have to prioritize your priorities. And yesterday I was listening to this CEO. I don't know how many Arab here. There is this CEO from Egypt, a milk company called Juhayna, and he's like al-Mara'i here, or like very famous. This guy was saying yesterday, I'm a CEO. I'm very busy, but I have to choose what to make me busy. Not everything I have to do it. And I have to do a lot of things to give to my team to do it. And we'll talk about this principle. You know the lion tamer? The lion tamer put this chair in front of him, and to the lion. You know why? Because the lion cannot focus. Lion don't know where to focus, on which leg. So they focus all the way on this, on the right, on the top, on the down. So they don't know which point to focus. And this is why the lion cannot attack the tamer. So having many priorities is not making you focus. So focus on one thing. Don't focus on many things. We overestimate or over making things more important things than it should be. Like if I do a lot of things, I am now doing a lot of work, which is not true. So the first thing I want you to think about today is working smarter has higher return than working harder. It's very funny. I reviewed this presentation like 10 times, and not then. It should be then. Sorry. So this is how when you focus about many things, you lose small things. And don't focus about perfection. Like if you focus about perfections, this is also the leaders do, that they focus about perfection. They will never reach goal because they say, okay, I hear this a lot of new managers. If I didn't do it myself, my way, it will never be done. I want it to be 100%. Shirley, can you give me 1 minute, please? You can't have it all. You cannot do everything. You cannot. You have to choose what to do. The good is always the enemy of the best. So I want to be the best. I want to do everything the right way. But actually, you cannot. You cannot be perfect in everything. Proactive beats reactive. You have to think, okay, I have to do. Who read or know the principle of eat the frog? So eat the frog is about if I put a frog in front of you and you are not hungry, you will never eat it. You will never touch it. But if you are 1 week starving, coming from the desert for 1 week, and you are starving, anything I put in front of you will eat, even a frog. So be proactive means put the enemy in front of you in the morning. Start with the most difficult thing before the easy stuff. The last one is the important need to take precedence over the urgent. Always do the urgent, the important urgent, then the important, then the less urgent, and like this. Shirley, please.
Yeah, I was just going to say, sometimes it's the leader's response to things as well, because as people are developing, they might not be getting their priorities quite right. And it's kind of our duty to, as our colleague said, serve them well and support them in that thinking and process and prioritizing, so that they have a psychological safe space, you know, so they feel they can come to you to support with that.
Thank you. Yes. So yeah, if I do a lot of things, I'm safe. I'm working, and it's not about a lot of things. This is why when you have the right leader, you don't see him work. You say he doesn't do anything. He's just sitting. But actually, because he is so good about prioritizing himself or herself, you think they don't work, because they know how to give people around them to delegate things to the right people. His job is not to see him busy. Actually, as you see him busy, he's not doing the right job. This is, if you want to see a good leader, see a good leader that he doesn't work. Once you see a leader, he doesn't work, but his team is achieving their goals, this is the right leader. This is a good leader. This is a very concept, like once you think about it, really? How come? Because the role of the leader is to develop people, is to make people, to choose the right people, put them in the right place. And this is the experience. If a leader can see a person and say, okay, this person can fit in this position, and now I make him grow. And okay, I'll give you the next slide, and now you understand more. So, you know, all the 2080 rule, that this is a very famous 2080, 2080, 2080. But now I want you to think it about not priorities, about people, about priorities and people. Give 20. So the rule is 20% of your agenda give you 80% of the results. Also, 20% of people you manage give 80% of the results. 20% of your day give the majority of your work. So this 20% in people, focus on them. In sales, focus on your 20% of hospitals or clients who bring most of your 80%. Don't focus on all of them. You cannot do that. It's impossible. Or you'll do it for short time, then you will become burned. Focus only on the 20% that get you the 80%. And also, now I have my 20%, which I'm the only one I can do. Like, I'm the manager, I'm the CEO, I'm the manager. This is the only thing required from me, which is the 20% that I can only do. And the rest of 80% delegated to the team around you. And if they can do it 80 to 90%, it's enough. Don't think about perfectionism. No, I want it to be perfect. I want them to do it like me exactly. Just because you'll be burned. If you do everything, you don't have time to breathe. You don't see your family. And you don't go do sports. I have a lot of work. And once you hear someone say, I am busy, I am always busy, think they doesn't know this rule, or they are not applying the rule on their agenda. I want you today, list all your agenda, circle, think about this principle, the 3R. What is required for me? If you take this today, this 3Rs, this is enough for today. What is required for me means what is the only thing that I can do, or no one else can do it in the company or at home or in any place you're working or living. What is the only thing I can do? No one else can do it. What is required for me or from me? The second R is, what is the return, or how much is the return from this job? And now list it. Okay, these 10 things are required for me. The return is 10, 20, 80. Okay, this is the 80%, this is the 2080. And what is the reward? What I mean the reward, what is maybe intrinsic reward, maybe money, maybe family, whatever the reward you want to see. But so if you think about these 3Rs, now you know how to put your 2080. And now say, okay, this is the 20%. This is I'm the only one can do this, because this brings the 80%, and the rest give it to your team. I have this funny thing to say is, can you buy time? or let's say it again, how you can buy time. Because if Dr. Harris heard me say scan, you say, Mustafa, you're not well trained. How can you buy time? Yes, Madeleine.
By delegating, by working with people, with the right people, and developing the team, educate them in order to achieve their goal in a right time, and delegate it on the right people. I would say this is how we can earn some time.
Yeah, buying time by giving, okay, someone can do the job, I'll give him the money, because my time is precious. My time for this required job that I am the only one can do is very precious. So I have to focus on it. So I don't need to focus, like, when I was living single before I get married, I need to buy time. I cannot cook. If I cook, I lose 1 hour. I have to subscribe with a company like KCAL to eat healthy so that I can buy time. Now I bought some time because someone is bringing food for me every day. I buy time by bringing service to clean my food, my home. So I'm buying time. Sometimes we think about, we focus on things like, oh, but I'm losing money. Really? Are you losing money? But what about you get more bonus because you are focused on time. So now you are buying more time, you are succeeding, you are promoted. So buying time, buy your time, people. Think about time as the wealth. This is your wealth. And if you are losing time by sitting, sorry, and sometimes we focus, okay, I'm going to work, I have 8 hours, I'll go drink some juice with this friend, going out every day, and you are losing your time. So buy your time. Sorry, I jump one slide. So I want you to buy your time. Think about time as a precious thing. I want to take a pause here and say, please, guys, follow me on social media because I announced their trainings, reels, things that can help you if you like my content. And the second, with mobile number, if anyone want to collab with me, do trainings in their offices, or to do work together to do more training outside, if they have work. And this is my email address if you want to send me some emails. I'm developing the website, forget about it now. So please follow me. The next thing is, Alhamdulillah, next week is my second book will be released. It's in Arabic. Sorry, guys. Hopefully one day it's sell well and be translated to English. It's called 8%. It's talk about mindset. I call it Ihsan mindset, which is the growth and fixed mindset. Talks about change, the building habits, finding meaning in life, and the character or the habits of successful people. So please, once it's released, please buy it. I hope it benefits everyone. Okay, so now let's go with the next slide. Who said serving people as a definition? Thank you for saying that. Actually, yeah, anyway, okay, thank you. So serving people, what does it mean, serving people? Who can now share? We have time. Yeah, we have 10 minutes. Okay, we have 10 minutes. I can jump to this. If you help people get what they want, they will help you get what you want. So you have to help people so that they help you. When I read, actually, this course is based on the book of John Maxwell, which is called Develop the Leader Within You 2.0. And it changed my mind. It actually made me first think I would place people or place the concern of others above my own. This is now I think about it when I manage people. And then I would love people unconditionally. Do you remember when we took the coaching training and Harris said unconditional, or how we can say it, like you have to think about people unconditionally. And I always think about them, like these two decisions in my mind, how I can help people and how I can love people. And what, you remember I told you people think about 3 questions. Does he or she care for me? Does he or she help me? Can I trust him or her? These are very innate in us. Safety. Safety is one of the most important ideas in the human brain. The first thing people think is safety. You remember, to feel safe, to feel trust. This is that you have to gain trust of people. Managing by fear is the worst kind of managing. You have to manage through trust. I'll leave this thing today and I'll talk about some questions. We are here coaches. We like to think about questions. I'll jump the slide because we have, okay, I'll just read it quickly. How to be a servant leader, think about this. Don't rely on your position. Believe in people and their potential. See things from their perspective. Create an environment of encouragement and measure your success by how much value you add to others. Now I'll ask some coaching questions. I want everyone here today to participate, please. What can I do for people to help them succeed? So I want now everyone to answer me, like share one word or write it in the comments. Yes, keep work. This is coaching now. Now we are coaching everyone. Like, okay, keep work, please.
Listen to exactly what they want to do.
This is very, very deep. How you do that? How to listen exactly?
Active listening is a very important skill as a leader because you will get more information than your questions that you wanted to ask in the first place. So listening does a lot of job at the beginning to support your people, to support your team, to support your colleague. So,
thank you. Noshin, please.
For me, I feel trust and space is very important. When you trust your employee and you give them space, they also succeed, and you also, have your successor. I'll just share one example with you. One of the
Please. Yeah,
gentlemen,
yes.
my boss, I was thinking that when he went to Australia, so people were still, handicapped because he did not keep them in the loop and he wanted to have the entire authority with him, right? Because I have seen that some people are very insecure, right? They were not going to give you the authority for everything. And they keep saying that, see, I'm sitting there and I'm doing this. It's a very small, petty, micro task. He or she, I don't think so. Anybody can even, you should do it. If you have a team, then you should delegate it and, give them space and trust them. That's what I feel is very important. And that's a dilemma of our industry that some people are very insecure.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll take one more, please, because I have a lot of questions. So don't worry, everyone will answer. So one more. Yeah, Madalena, please. Then the next question, Mr. Sati. The next question, please. Yeah, Madalena, please.
Yeah, I think the best that every single employee would like to have is to be evaluated and receiving the tasks that they are doing the best, right? So they are the best on doing that. I don't think it's necessary to give them tasks that they are very uncomfortable or maybe they do not have enough expertise on doing them. Being very transparent and clear with them, listening, and trying to make them developing, working on the self-development and developing others as well. I think that's the way how we can build a safe environment for working.
Yes, thank you. So the second question is the everyday question. What do people need from me daily that they may not want to ask for? Okay, this is a very tricky question. Why? I want you as a leader. People sometimes don't ask. You have to go to them. So what I want to ask here, what you will do so that you know what other need from you. Who can answer this? Yeah, Mr. Satya, please. You're unmute. Yeah, please. Yeah. No, you're muted again.
Yeah, I think it's about, and someone mentioned it as well in the chat. It's about creativity, right? Make sure that the person feels safe to share what they want to share. It's very easy for us to just say that, I want you to be comfortable and so on and so forth. But I think what's more important is to follow up with actions. A lot of times we say a lot of things like, you can always approach me, you can always talk to me, and I'll give you space to learn and grow. However, when things are a little difficult, when, let's say, when there are deadlines which are pressing, then we forget about all that and we jump into action straight away. So at that point of time, we don't really back up our words with action, and that's when that psychological safety kind of goes out of the window. So I think that's one of the key aspects for someone to feel safe and ask what they want to ask, and be comfortable in asking for assistance or help, or just wanting us to be a sounding board for that matter.
Thank you. Yeah, safety is very important. I'll take one more, Shirley, please.
I was going to say about, you touched on clarity, but the communication is sometimes, we think that we've communicated, but what's been heard is different. So sometimes that clarity is really important so that everybody in the team has that, and that other people can feel that they can communicate with clarity as well. And then that then triggers more respect, because the left hand knows what the right hand is doing, and so the ship is not steering in two directions sometimes.
Yeah, thank you. Communication is safety, and communication is very, very important. Actually, sometimes we don't know what we want. So how come we don't know what we want and you want people to understand what you are saying? So I want to ask one more question, Krista, please. Sorry. The respect question. How can I gain value while adding value to others by serving? How can I gain value while adding value to others by serving? So I want to gain value from people. How can I add value to them? So this is I want you to think about it. Yeah. Tarannum? Yeah, Tarannum, please.
Yeah, hi. Tarannum, it is Tarannum.
Yes.
I feel just the way we have to give them clarity, I feel you should also give them a certain level of independence, so that every day when you are starting your day, they have a certain level of independence in taking decisions, because they already have clarity on doing things. So when you give them independence, they will give you solutions, and that adds value. You have a fresh perspective, and then there is open communication, there is clarity, there is psychological safety, and everything falls into place.
Thank you. Sorry, Krista, you wanted to ask something, right? Please.
No, I didn't want to ask something. I was just going to say that we can maybe ask them for the previous question, what is it that they want me to do differently for them? Because that will give that reflection on myself.
Thank you, Krista. And sorry, I wanted to share the question. Thank you. Madalena, please.
I think everyone will gain value as soon as the leader will be there to support. By supporting the team already will gain value. The leader will gain trust and respect, and the company obviously will gain the task delivered in the deadline. So everything is about support and creating a safe environment for everyone.
Yeah, supports positive regard and psychological safety. We'll take one more, and I think we cannot. Okay, so this is the last one who can share. Nosheen, please.
Yeah, I will endorse Madalena, and I'll give you an example. There's some of the individual in the organization who have tons of tasks. And sometimes if boss knows that, he or she is fully occupied, maybe he can take that burden and divide it into others instead of, following up with that gentleman that, you are not completing your timeline. That support is also very important.
Okay. I'll stop sharing my screen, and I'll tell you a story. The story says there was this group going on a trip, okay, and there was this guy helping them, like the golf, there's a caddy man, and they are helping everyone. He's just making food, putting clothes, putting bags on the car, and this guy, after a few days, it's a long trip, he disappeared. He was lost in the jungle. And now everyone cannot continue the trip because they don't know how to do anything. And they are stuck. They are waiting for him. They want to go back. They don't know how to go the directions. They want to go front. They don't know the directions. And now they are stuck. And when he come back, he said, okay, you are the leader. You are serving us, but you are the leader. So this is how serving is the true leadership. Thank you, guys, for today. Please follow me, and don't forget to follow me and to buy the book, inshallah, when it is released. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mustafa. This has been a really insightful session. We have learned a lot, and thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Mustafa, especially to you, we definitely look forward to an English version of the book so that we can also benefit from that knowledge. Thank you so much, everybody. We look forward to having you join us in the next session. Do have a wonderful week and have a fantastic Tuesday.